Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Advanced Wars Daisy Ruin Tiny Wars replay. Spawn on the north side as the dark gray Isabella got Mibster Bear, I think. Spawn on the south side as the red Brenner we got Matemon. Oops, that's the wrong thing there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the COs. This is the unnerfed. The cartridge Isabella, standard boarding cost, 2 radius, 30, 60, 60. Hence why I also do point out what all the COs are every time I start the game, because you never know when you got a custom game like this using the cartridge COs. She does provide the cartridge base of all units plus 20 plus 20. She actually has an inherent plus 10 as a description, but she gets also the inherent plus 10 for our CO zone, combines to a total plus 20 plus 20 to all units are CO zone. Additionally, all units when superpower gets the plus 20 plus 20, the plus 2 range, and of course plus 2 indirect range. So this is the, I think it was like considered like S rank CO from the cartridge. Brenner is the unnerfed one as well. So unnerfed for unnerfed. So does that make it even? Standard boarding cost, 3 radius, 30, 60, 60. All units in his CO zone get plus 10% offense and plus 30% defense. Good counterpart to plus 20 plus 20. And of course, globally, gets plus 3 health regen upon activating the superpower. So let's go ahead and get started. This is a 3 base map, 1 airport, 1 comm tower, and of course 1 HQ with a gunboat on top of it. Do note gunboats are not hidden from on HQ tiles, if I remember correctly. Yep, hideable units, only grounds. The gunboat is reviewed like a battlecopter. Because after all, battlecopters and gunboats are exactly the same thing, right? They both have guns. Oh, then again, the gunboat doesn't actually have guns. They have torpedo tubes. It is a torpedo tube, right? I always assume it's a torpedo tube. I can't remember what the original animation is. I'm sort of second guess myself. Bike infantry. So the first bike has been deployed in the field. He does go ahead and weight his gunboat on top of the HQ. You monster. I also sort of wonder, what's the purpose of this bit of super plasma? Is there... I just don't know the real reason why there's super plasma there. Guess there wants to be some sort of blocker to prevent infantry from rushing up this side to the forest, I'm guessing? I have no idea. It must be strategically placed. They just want one specific tile on both sides to be completely impassable, not even infantry. Maybe it's specifically to prevent infantry rather than trying to use a river to stop any other vehicle or a mountain. So it must be specifically to stop infantry from moving through that tile. And mechs. Infantry, and of course a tank. Just initial capture phase. Right now, 14,000 when it comes to maybe battlecopter. Nope, infantry, tank, and recon. Ready to reconnoiter the area. That's a fun word, reconnoiter. Right now, Brenner does a 15,000 income, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 properties being captured, which will be a pretty good spike. This turn, Isabella has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think she did capture 7 this turn as well. Looks like Isabella doesn't go ahead and get stuck like a stepsister again. Artillery, infantry, tank. Remember with first superpower, plus 2 indirect range. So it's likely she will be loading herself up into this tank. I doubt it's going to be loaded up into the artillery. The artillery will likely be in the auxiliary, and does delete the gunboat there to HQ or CO the tank there next turn, highly likely. Recon, reconnoitering. And there's the CEO of the tank. Tank, mech, and anti-air. It's a good idea. Go for the anti-air on the side of the airport. More likely aircraft will show up in this general region. Brenner gets nice 10 easy energies. And there as well, since Brenner, it affects all units rather than just, was it direct ground or just ground vehicles? I can't remember what it is on the nerfed counterpart. Battlecopter, flare, bike, and mech. Brenner's at 24,000 income, Isabella as well. She has a nice amount of resources or units in the field. Does get a bit of damage there, but the extra defense was useful. Artillery here. 20 energy for Brenner. Excuse me. Not to mention the nerf Brenner has only one expansion radius at full 60 energy. And pulling back these winning units can always be prepared up with a CO power, and he's making good progress here. With 3 radius, it can be generated pretty quickly. Battlecopter, artillery, anti-air, and then infantry. T-copter advancing. Recon run. Takes out 1 infantry unit there. Very nice. Give her up to 14 energy at the moment. Brenner's at 23. Mech, battlecopter, and then tank. Up to 30 energy, so gets +1 radius. Brenner is trying to pull back now. So the front line's being established, or really no man land's being established. Brenner's at 26,000 income, managed to snag both these properties, and they're trying to flip that one as well. Rotates around there so she can get some good energy generation there at the 24 energy. Artillery should probably stick itself behind that mountainside. At least it's on top of the city, it gets a bit of resupply. Flare, mech, tank, and battlecopter. Brenner could pop a superpower this turn. After all, there's a lot of targets in his aura. But not on to advance. Thing as well, with his superpower, he can pop it at the mid or end of turn to get 3 health regeneration on the units at first solo combat. While Isabella's more of a CO power you want to pop immediately with the or at the start of the turn, I should say, with the +2 movement range and +2 indirect range, is the key aspect about her. She can easily bridge this no man's land gap. Now we have a rocket as well as a missile here. The missile node's at forward, knows where it's not. And overall, just maintain the front line there. Do not have the rocket on the field as well. Reconning. The missile is right here. Hey, looks like it's going to reach out to the edge of this radius there, so that's a good indicator where the missile will start able to fire. Isabella could push forward a battlecopter in that area. After all, something she should be aware of, since she's building battlecopters on this side, she has to be careful anti-airs more will be on this side. Of course, there is anti-air there, out of vision range. This one's on top of a city. That's very unlikely she's going to scout this one out. her flares over here. And Brenner could start making towards a push towards the HQ. He has only needs a little bit more power charge. And with the extra global defense top of city, and not to mention a bit of health recovery from the CO power, it could give him restore our infantry units up health back up to 10 in order to do a double turn capture of the HQ. Isabella has to be careful about this HQ. She does have artillery in the auxiliary. Rotating her command tanker around. She has a fair number of mechs on the field, which can be +2 movement range for superpower. All the spread across the land. Brenner's pushing forward with his tank. Does also get a strike there. Reveals the city there. Of course, he will not be able to pop his superpower this turn, but he is advancing. He has a superpower available now. Also gets +1 radius there, getting a lot of good hits there. Artillery gets hit. Tank does get struck. It's on top of combat, which means 3 defense stars. Missile is in a good enough position to provide covering fire from these battlecopters. Not from the left flank, but at least on the right flank here. It's probably best to keep these units in defensive position because it doesn't have much left there, and the infantry can at least be a bit of a roadblock. Battlecopter, tank, bike, and tank. She will not be able to pop her superpower this turn. She's just simply not in range of anything. Deletes the gunboat. Her tank, command tank, does not get on top of the HQ. Mech gets a good shot there. She's at +1 radius now. Good shot there, as well as there. Mech, battlecopter, artillery, anti-air. Let's see what Brenner does. Does he pop his power immediately, or does he wait till some conflict happen? I can see answer for both. We do have a rocket there. Oh, looks like your 2 combat didn't pop up because probably I forgot to hit this button there. Yep, food for the missiles. Good shot there. So those things going to get some shots in first. Plus his orders are large enough he doesn't have to nearly pop the superpower to get global benefits. Just need an eye for the health regen aspect. Let's get a number of good picks there. Takes out the tank there. With the front lines also collapsing as well, he may want to just pop the superpower to get some good defense. Does pop it there. Not only gets global defense as well as a bit of health regen. The global defense will just help him withstand the counterattack. After all, the front lines are completely merged together, and he has to be careful about Isabella's superpower, she's probably going to pop it immediately. Plus, she needs a +2 movement range. Did not pop it there. Pops it now. I don't know why, that just seemed a little bit humorous to me. With a +2 movement range, they can go a long way. Like that artillery shot. Flare gets a strike there. Mech sacks itself there. Battlecopter counterattacks. Tanks on tank. Trying to flip some properties down there. Rocket advances quickly thanks to the increased movement range. Mech finished off tank. Finished off bike. Tank hits anti-air. Allows more survivability for the battlecopters. The missile's still in range though. There's another infantry unit there. The infantry unit's mech manages to sprint to the rocket, or the artillery. Takes out that infantry unit there. Mech decides to take a shot there on the infantry unit. Not a bad idea. Not a great idea, but not a bad idea. Got a good hit trade there, so it definitely was a good idea. Ends turn. Missile takes out the battlecopter. Takes out the tank there. Of course, Brenner does have to deal with +20 global, but he's getting a lot of good hits there. And actually, what the? He's already has a superpower. You can pop another superpower right now. He should probably pop it. Pops another superpower there. And now he has plus 3% defense global, not to mention plus 10% firepower. He also restored about 10,000 funds of damage, because he was like at 155 something. Tank recon battlecopter. Isabella, she will not be able to pop her superpower this turn since your command tank's too far back. And she hit the resign button. This is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.